Hi, hello and welcome to your very first video with the new sound setup. So I bought a microphone. The first one was garbage. I have to send it back. But the second one, I bought the Sony ECMW2BT, and that I remember that name is just ridiculous. That is basically matching for this camera, and I already shot a couple videos. That sounded fine, so I hope you like that sound. And if not, please bear through that video because then I will change it yet again, but I think it's okay though. To be honest, we have to hurry a bit because I only have 70% battery life left, and I actually have 27 saved posts on new makeup releases from that last week, and I don't know what happened, and none of this is actually a holiday release. We do have a few like Halloweenish releases, but nothing like really Christmas holiday like we had in the past two parts. So let's just dive right into it because some of these are just ridiculous. So we're starting with the MAC Studio Radiance Foundation, the Serum Powered Foundation. This apparently is available already in Germany. Not in Germany, in Europe. I have no idea what kind of Europe Trendwood meant, but definitely not my Europe because neither on French sites, Italian sites, German sites, I cannot find it anymore. But as of today, I'm filming this like for you, it's yesterday. I found a early access link, and I also found the hidden link to the German MAC Cosmetics website, but it was not available yet. So this is actually a foundation that is kind of tempting, but I want to wait for reviews. So if those reviews are good by any means, I will probably try it once it gets available. But as of now, I don't see myself using this. And a lot of people were very confused about the shades because in the picture that Trendwood posted, it was only the NW shade range, because in MAC you have NW and NC. On the website you can see the NC range, so they do have both. But do you need this? Actually no. So Tower 28 released a concealer. This is the Swipe All Over Hydrating Serum Concealer, and to me nothing in this kind of appeals to me. I saw that Morgan Turner is absolutely over the moon for this concealer, and she already uploaded a review saying that this is the best concealer ever, kind of. I don't know how you can make a review after one use, but fine to me. Please label it as first impression. I'm confused by the shades, to be honest, because none of these shades looks like I could ever wear this, and Tower 28 is also not that accessible here in Germany, so do you need that shit? Absolutely not. The same, to be honest, with the new Milk Makeup Odyssey Hydrating Non-Sticky Lip Oil Glosses. So like, is it a lip gloss or a lip oil? Please don't mix that shit up because it's two different things. Just saying. The colors look quite interesting, especially the purple one, but other than that, I don't think these are very tempting. And I get kind of copycat vibes from this because NYX Cosmetics, yeah, I talk about drugstore, they do have those, the milky glosses. They look like the exact same thing. Even the packaging is like very similar. Or is it? Maybe it's just because it's a lip gloss. Is it worth €22? Probably not, because to be honest, Milk is such a hit or miss brand that I am not really sure if you should spend your money on that. Just don't. Now we have a hard one. The Blend Bunny Forget Me Not palette, a 16 large pen versatile eye and face palette she created to be used on the go as travel companion, and also works well for bridal client glam. And that is the point. This palette is not for you as a private person who only does makeup on your only single fucking face. If you are a makeup artist who is doing makeup on different skin tones every single day, this is probably the greatest invention ever, because I see how this benefits bridal makeup, client makeup, glam makeup, pro makeup artists. But not you sitting at your home just like me on the desk and smearing that shit on your face. That would be a total waste of money. And please don't lie to me and tell me, oh, I can use it in my eyes too. Of course you can. But let's be honest, you have 170 different neutral eyeshadow palettes already. Why do you need 171st one? I also asked you on Instagram how you feel about this palette, and let me read you just some of the the answers. Me, just like the new ND coming, boring neutrals, we all have these, agree. Very good, might be the palette that finally makes me try out the brand. good for you, but listen to what I've said. Doesn't talk to me, bored. Oh, I don't need that at all. I'm sure the formula will be beautiful, but it will be too boring and redundant for me. And the last comment is basic. I actually agree on all of those. Like, if that is something that makes you try out the brand now, I think you will have a very good time with that, but I actually suggest trying out the brand with another palette. Go for the Sugar and Grunge. This is the best quality blend Bunny has come out with yet if you want to have something in a neutralish way. You could also go with the Dollhouse or the All Done Up or the Lure, basically with every single palette blend Bunny has released, because they're all really good. And if you haven't seen it yet, I do have a Blend Bunny ranking video. Go there and watch it when I'm finished here. Do you remember the EOS lip balms? What the fuck? I thought they died, but apparently they have now a birthday cake lip balm that is covered in stones. Do you need this? Absolutely not. Oh, Adept Cosmetics, you're killing me. They are coming out with the Samarian Sunset palette, a 15-pan palette that has 10 of the amazing Adept Cosmetics metallic shimmers, multi-chromes, and 5 mattes, and fuck me, I will so buy this. I'm not even trying to talk you out of this because I can't. We have a first sneak peek at the Glam Light and Ghost Face collab, like the Scream collab, and I saw the comments. I also saw the video from Teresa's that, and people are super disappointed. A lot of people commented it looks like the Chucky palette. Like, first of all, you haven't peeked inside. You don't know what this really looks like. Here are 3 shades swatched, and to be honest, none of them look like from the Chucky palette. Yes, there's also a black with glitter specs, then we have a silver purple duochrome, and we have a black wet looking multi-chrome shade. Yes, you have similar shades in the Chucky palette, but let's be honest, you have similar shades in any other indie brand palette, so don't come at Glam and be like, oh, it looks like recycled Chucky. Let's all wait. Let's wait until the full Ghostface collection is revealed, because I will definitely buy this. Because Scream is one of my favorite movies, and I don't even like horror movies, but I love the Scream franchise, and I can't wait to watch Scream 6. I know it has been in cinemas already, but I don't spend money for the cinema. It's just too expensive, to be honest. One single ticket is like €20. But I will wait until I can stream it somewhere. So I'm very excited for that, and I'm very excited for that collab. And I just realized that I still have a hair clip in my hair. Good job. Well done. By the way, does my hair look yellow? I feel like it looks already yellow, even though I toned it like not too long ago. Another brand I thought is that CoverFX is coming out with a new foundation. I don't know. I truly didn't know they're still in the market, and I have seen that they also are coming out with a new version of the like enhancing drops. This so does not speak to me, even though I love foundations, but CoverFX never really excited me. We have to talk about this. Like, Clarity Cosmetics is coming out with a Lost at Sea palette, a 16-pan, 16? No, a 12-pan palette with like a red and a blue side. I understand the fact that when you, as an indie brand, are using a manufacturer and are not like hand pressing in your bedroom the shades into pans, that you have a limited choice of palette designs. But just because you can does not mean you have to or you should. You cannot tell me that Clarity Cosmetics does not know that this pan design is the exact same that Odin's Eye is using. That to me means that both Clarity and Odin's Eye are producing their eyeshadow palettes in the same Chinese factory. Are you doing your homework, Clarity? Like, I'm sorry, but I personally don't think that this is okay. Even though Odin's Eye, since they seem to manufacture that in Hong Kong, you don't have like the patent or the copyright on that palette design, but it's not that Odin's Eye is like a small unknown brand that is run by one person or so. Odin's Eye has a big name in the makeup industry so far, and actually the comments on a lot of those posts and even on Reddit, they were kind of clear that Odin's Eye should do something. Don't think if they can, but I think Clarity Cosmetics they should have chosen another design. This is just like embarrassing a bit. Do your homework. Haven't you learned from Jaclyn Hill? She also did her homework with a trademark. My friends over at Dior, they added 10 new shades on their Dior Forever Transfer Proof lipstick line. I already have 3, and to be honest, I ordered 2 of this line. I ordered the shade 670 Rose Blues. Oh, it looks so stunning. And the 215 Desire shade looks like a perfect nude. I love this lipstick formula, even though this is matte and, as I said, transfer proof, like dry, but it's not like drying on the lips. Makeup by Mario has released the concealer, and I haven't watched any single review on this because I'm so not interested in the brand. If you are kind of in Germany or nearby, the Makeup by Mario will be releasing its stuff on September 1st here in Sephora, Germany. Maybe I will take a look into the products, but in general, it's not a brand that excites me. I had the Master Mattes palette, and this was one of the worst eyeshadow palettes I've ever used. Every single shade looked like a different hue of mustard on my eyes. I don't know what's in there, and I also didn't feel like these shades blended good together. We talked about this last week. Here we have the official announcement now of the Too Faced Maple Syrup Pancakes palette. This is coming soon, later this month, so in August. This seems to be released in August, and if you're tempted by this palette, just cover up the red, the blue, the green, and the purple, and you're left with the most weird palette ever. And please keep in mind, every single Too Faced palette that comes in a cardboard packaging is bullshit. I'm sorry, but the quality is not the same as in the one with the metal packaging. Ugh. Urban Decay can't let go of the name Naked. Urban Decay Naked used to be the definition of a neutral eyeshadow palette, either warm toned, cool toned, or pink toned. That was Naked. Let's even say Naked Smoky and Naked Reloaded. Yes, I even call Naked Honey, matching into this. But the Naked Metal Mania? Are you on drugs? Do you smoke shit? Are there any chemical drugs you do? Like, give it to me, because I really, really want to understand who the fuck is telling you that this is still working. Let go of that shitty name. And if you are tempted now by this 12-pan palette, all metal shades, then please do me a favor and cover up the right half of the palette. Like the 6 shades after that gold. Cover it. And then you see what you're left with. This is what Urban Decay always does. They bring out a new Naked palette, even it's not naked, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, that looks fucking awesome. I fell for it too with the Robin Eisenberg palette. I checked the websites daily to see when I can buy this. And once it went online, I bought it, I used it twice, I decluttered it. Because it is just not, no, it didn't work together. Everything looked the same, everything was redundant. And I feel like you will have the same experience here, and no. Do you know what's the best thing about Urban Decay Naked palettes? The brush, because the brush is actually very decent. Another neutral palette, the Balm. Again, I thought they went out of business. Apparently they didn't. They are releasing the Miss New York. I mean, the name is hilarious as always, but it's a boring neutral palette. I don't think we even have to talk about this. You have this already. Don't buy this, skip it, just ignore it. So Huda Beauty is releasing 4. I know in the picture you only see 3, but there is one that is clear missing. 4 of those hydrating balmy things and 3 eyeshadow quads. So first of all, especially the green one looks like one of those pH changing shits. Please take this material away from the brands. We can't see this anymore. The quads look quite decent. I see how you can do nice looks with it, but like it's very, very monochromatic, and the packaging is giving ColourPop quad vibe. Like the ColourPop quads, they aren't in the exact same packaging, but it's not like glowish, it's ColourPop on top. I have to admit the blueberry shade from these lip things look nice, but again, we have these. We are fed up with pH changing shit. I barely talk about fragrance releases, but Jo Malone, I have to mention, they bring out the English Pear and Sweet Pea cologne. Oh, this sounds good. Like sun-warmed orchids spring to life as tempting green pears fill the branches. The luscious fruits enveloped in softly scented pastel sweet peas nestled on the base of powdery white musk. That looks so up my alley. I have 3 perfumes from Jo Malone and I love them all 3. My favorite is the Blackberry Bay. We have a sneak peek of the REM Sweetener Foundation, and if this is as dry as the concealer, have fun with it. Sorry, REM is just a brand that is... it's unnecessary in the industry. Patrick Ta released an eyeshadow palette. He has the audacity to call this the Major Dimensions 3 matte eyeshadow palette. Cool and warm tones, matte and cream formulas for only $70. I'm sorry, but this looks exactly like the first one. I'm 100% sure that this first row of eyeshadows is copy-pasted from the first Major Dimensions palette. I, on this palette, also asked you on Instagram, how do you feel about this release? And let me read your answers, because again, they are hilarious. Is this not the same as the first one? Also, Patrick Ta palettes grow mold really quickly, apparently. Nope, skip, pass, meh, meh. I thought it was the first one he came out with. Perhaps the matte won't develop mold. Will it grow mold? Boring. If you don't know what the mold thing is, then Google please Patrick Ta and mold, and then you will find a lot of shit from people who basically just showed how their, I think it was the Major Dimensions 2, grew mold after a couple of weeks and months, and I think that's an absolute no-go, especially since he raised the prices. And what makes me even more angry about the fact is that the brand has still to this day not done any kind of statement or apology to their customers. Just compare it with palettes that are in the same kind of price range, let's say somewhere between 65 and 75 euro per palette. And the first thing that comes to my mind is actually Natasha Denona and Patrick Ta versus Natasha Denona. There's an ocean, there are worlds, there's the whole universe quality-wise between those palettes. Because Natasha Denona is so much more better than Patrick Ta, and he tries to be something he clearly isn't. Talking about Natasha Denona, we talked about this already. I will put up the video, and first of all, please keep in mind that the video that I did on the Natasha Denona palette was just around the leak. At the point where I uploaded this video, nothing was known about the shade names, and somebody commented under that video like, oh, you should go to the website, there is shade info, and please educate yourself before you post a video. Like, please watch the video, please listen to what I'm saying, and please look when I upload that video. Thank you. But now the I Need a Nude palette is released and I will buy this. So you see this video on August 21st, and this should launch on Sephora Germany tomorrow, like August 22nd, and I will so buy this. And I do have a 20% off coupon on Sephora, so hopefully this will count on Natasha Denona too, but I think it does. So this is going to be a pleasure to try. I like the swatches. I also saw the video of the live swatches. I love the looks that she created with this palette. This is so up my alley. It looks like an upgraded Huda Rose Quartz, so I can't wait to compare this. That is the thing with Natasha Denona. Usually I'm very underwhelmed with kind of the leaks, but once the real swatches come, I feel like, okay, this is a good palette, and that's why I keep on buying Natasha Denona. The quality also is always right, so you never do anything wrong with Natasha Denona, and I can't wait to film looks with this palette. I would probably, with this palette, I actually can imagine doing a Natasha Denona week, like 5 looks, 1 palette with this, and if you want to see this, let me know down below. I also catched some phrases from you because I asked you how you feel about this palette, and you had a lot to say. So let's start. I need better pig's, but love neutrals. Not mad at it, need to swatch. Too brown, okay. Nothing special but beautiful. Her palettes always turn out to be warmer than they look in photos, but I'm still buying it. Lisa, you know, I agree. I feel that too, except for the Glam palette. I felt like the pictures of the Glam palette were better than it looks in real life, because the Glam palette to me looks like dirt, while this one looks like a cool palette. But We too. We will discuss if this is true and it's again warmer than the photos. Then we have Love It on a Hand for a True Nude palette. Agree. At least it's cool toned. Yeah, agree. What else do we have? I think Biba, Glam, and Retro have a child together. You know what? I love that thought. Then we have Seriously Tempted already. Same vibe as the Blind Bunny. Oh, I have to disagree. Oh, I don't think that. Remixed Glam palette looks nice from my neutral girl perspective, but don't need. Oh, completely agree. I mean, I don't need it too, let's be honest. Too many shimmers, to be honest, and these shimmers aren't that good. Wow, that tea is hot. I have to again disagree. I like the Natasha Denona shimmers. I don't like her topper shade. For example, as of from my mind, the glitz shade and psychedelic in retro are toppers. I don't like these. But the other, like metallics and the new crystal formula, I love. And there is another new formula, the wet shine, whatever they're called. I actually have more of a problem with her cream to powder shades because they never apply the way they did look on the pan. I hate it. I feel like this happens every single fucking time. And then we have the last thought, basic, but I love. But now let's hop over to Nomad Cosmetics and they announced a Halloween palette. Oh, today when you see this video, the guessing game is starting. And on Friday, August 25th, the destination is revealed. Then the color story is on August 26th. And launch date is Tuesday, August 29th. Oh, those pictures. I saw the video they released where they showed these pictures and I am literally dying out of excitement. I have to talk to my husband if we can order this palette. Okay. This is funny. If you want to have a good laugh, head over to the Trend Mood page, go to that post, and then watch out for a comment that has a lot of answers to it from a girl called Tegan, whatever. Jaclyn Hill is coming out with, or the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics line is with glazed luminaries, like creamy kind of transforming high shine glazed balm. Yeah, it's balm highlighter. And so many people commented under that post like, why are you still supporting that brand? Why do you buy that brand? Why is the brand still open? Because she announced to close it? No, she closed Jaclyn Roxanne and she closed Cozy. But she said in the video that with Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, which, by the way, she's not the owner of Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. I just wanted to remember you that she's a lying fucking piece of shit. She said she doesn't know where the brand is going. And she also stated that she's not excited for the releases. So first of all, why should you buy something where the spokesperson and the name behind the brand is telling you that she's not excited about it? Like, that is a complete no-go. But then there was this girl, Tegan whatever, and she was like, why are you hating Jaclyn so much? I mean, I blocked her so I can't read the comments anymore because just for my personal mental health. And I just discussed that whole thing with her, telling her like, what is wrong with you? Why are you supporting this lying piece of garbage? And she's like, yeah, if those accusations were true, nobody would support her. Well, apparently still people are that dumb and support Jaclyn the Liar Hill. Don't get me wrong, I was a fan of her too. I loved her credibility, I loved her honesty and everything around, but that changed the more money she got. I will not judge you if you support this, but I would judge you if you try to ignore the hard facts. Like, this is not, we did not make this up in our minds. What happens around her, these are facts. If these facts don't bother you, that's a whole nother story. I don't care then. But if you try to defend her and tell me that this is not true what she did, I will lose my shit and call you dumb. I even commented that I give up and that her dumb for kissing one. And then I blocked her. But let's go over to another release from Adept Cosmetics. They will bring out the Rainbow Raider palette. That is probably a highlighter palette again. That is apparently a sister to the Catrusel White. I don't know if that is right. I don't have that, I'm not interested in that, and I also don't think that Monolith Shop is having that, but these highlighters look good in those palettes, but most of the time they are just a bit too intense. If you love duochrome highlighters, by the way, Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette kicks asses. We have a new release from Danessa Myricks. What the fuck is this? This is the Groundwork palette and Defining Neutrals palette. One palette with 2 different textures, velvety pomades and shape and fix, plus 10 color coordinated shades. Okay, you basically get a cream and a powder of the same color. I actually see how this can work for makeup artists, and Danessa Myricks is a makeup artist, but I don't see this being anywhere useful to a private person. I'm sorry. If you buy this, or if you consider buying this, can you please let me know what you want to do with that as a private person? Because when I look at this, I have no idea. I don't know what to do with that. I have no idea. Unearthly Cosmetics announced 2 new palettes. The first one is the Sorceress Smoke, and the second one is Fall Magic. Can you please tell me why these are priced different? Both have 12 pans, both have 6 mattes and 6 shimmers, but the Sorcerer's Smoke is $60 while the Fall Magic is $72. And the Fall Magic is actually a remaster, so it was out already? I don't know, I'm not that much into Unearthly Cosmetics, and I'm not up with their releases. I have 2 palettes from them that I really like. To be honest, none of these excite me. I expected more. And last but not least, Laura Mercier is coming out with the Japan in Bloom eyeshadow palette. The Japan in Bloom palette is a limited edition curated range of neutral and rose shades in matte and shimmer finishes to worn day or night. The Japan in Bloom palette is a limited edition. Okay. She copied the text double. The first 2 shades look the complete same. One is apparently cream, the other one isn't. And I think I saw a review from Robert Welsh. He was trying a Laura Mercier palette, and this was like the worst palette he ever tried. Neither the packaging nor the inside is kind of exciting to me. How do you feel about the new releases? Is there anything really tempting you? Like I said, some of these I will definitely pick up, like the Natasha Denona palette. Again, if you want to see like a 5 looks 1 palette with this, please let me know in the comments so that I can do that, because that needs some like planning sometimes. And other than that, let me know what palettes or what releases in general do tempt you. Is there anything nice here? And don't forget, subscribe, comment, all that shit. And then I will see you in the next one.